My beloved one, I made sure you saw this. I made sure it reached your screen, because this message is for you, not for the masses, not for a crowd, just for you. I knew what would be weighing on your heart today. I knew the questions that would stir in your spirit, and I've waited patiently for this very moment, because this message will not be shown again. You didn't find it by chance. You didn't stumble here. Heaven orchestrated it. Angels moved unseen. And I whispered into time, bring them to this message now, because you've been crying out, not with loud words, but with silent ache. I need a sign, Lord. I need to know you still see me. I'm trying, but I'm tired. I just want to feel like you haven't forgotten me. I heard it all. Even the things you didn't say aloud, even the groans of your soul that no one around you can sense. I heard them clearly. And this message you're reading, it's my answer. You've been trying to hold it together. On the outside, you're functioning. But on the inside, there's a storm. One that's been building, quietly, relentlessly. And I know, because I've been standing right there in the center of it with you. You've wondered where I've been, if I've been silent, if I've turned away. But child, I never left, not for a second. You couldn't see me, but I was there in every moment of confusion, in every delay, in every heartbreak. You've asked, Lord, what are you doing with my life? And today I respond, I am writing a testimony that will shake the very gates of darkness. But you must hear me now. Do not walk away from this moment, because this is a threshold, a divine intersection, a holy pause where time bends and eternity whispers. You're standing on sacred ground. What I speak to you here will not return again in the same way. This window, this open heaven, is not forever. It's a moment, a divine encounter, a last warning for some, a first confirmation for others. But for you, it is mercy. Mercy that pulled you in, mercy that refused to let you go another day in confusion. Mercy that still believes in your purpose, even when you've stopped believing in yourself. Child, listen to me. I am Jesus, the one who died so you could live, the one who bled so you could be free, and the one who rose so that every grave in your life could be shattered. And I'm calling you now, not to religion, not to pressure, but to relationship, to realignment, to divine reconnection. You've wandered, yes, you've drifted. And even if others can't see it, you know it. You've compromised in ways that you told yourself were temporary. You've tolerated things I never called you to carry. You've made peace with cycles that are actually robbing your future. But today, I interrupt that cycle, because if you keep walking the same path, you'll miss what I ordained for you. And that's why this message had to find you now, before another week passed, before another voice pulled you off track, before another disappointment caused your heart to harden. I love you too much to let you spiral in silence. So I came to speak life, to awaken the fire in you again, to remind you I still have plans for you. Yes, you, the one who feels unworthy, the one who's messed up too many times, the one who thinks it's too late. No, it's not too late, but it is urgent, because some doors are closing, some alignments are shifting, and if you don't step forward now, you'll miss what was tailor-made for your destiny. That's not a threat. It's love. Love that warns. Love that reaches. Love that refuses to stay silent when your soul is in danger. And now, to receive my divine blessing, type Amen 1111, child. Hear me. You've been distracted. You've been consumed by noise, scrolling, comparing, pleasing, surviving, but you haven't rested in me. You haven't heard my voice in stillness. You haven't asked me what I want to do in your life lately, and I miss you. I miss the way you used to seek me, the way your heart burned just to hear me whisper, the way you believed, even when everything around you said not to. I want to restore that in you, because the world will never satisfy you. They'll offer imitation light. They'll praise your gift and ignore your soul. They'll take from you and leave you emptier. But I give living water. I give peace that doesn't depend on circumstance. I give love that doesn't run when it gets hard. And I give purpose that lasts. That ache inside of you, that restless longing, it's not depression. It's not failure. It's not confusion. It's your spirit screaming for me. You were made to walk with me, to hear Mr. to move in authority, to change atmospheres when you enter a room, not because of ego, but because of my spirit within you. But if you don't come back now, you'll find yourself walking deeper into things I never called you into. That's why I'm pleading with you. Open your heart before this moment disappears. This message won't return in the same way. This is a divine interruption, and it comes with a choice. Will you soften your heart? Will you let go of what's killing your spirit? Will you finally surrender what you keep holding on to? Because if you will see me move in your life faster than you expect. You will see doors open you couldn't have forced. You will see healing in places that have been broken for years. Not because you worked for it, but because you responded. So pause now. Type Amen 2020, as it will give you financial freedom. Now let my voice be the only voice you hear for the next moment. Let my presence wrap around you, even through this screen. Let my love, real, alive, burning with mercy, awaken your spirit. You're not too far, you're not too late, but you must say yes, because this message, it was sent from heaven, and it will not be shown again. You stayed, you didn't scroll past, you didn't click away, and that tells me something deeper than your words ever could. It tells me your heart is still reachable. Yes, even now, even after everything you've been through, even after the numbness that crept in, even after the moments you questioned whether I still cared, you stayed. And I need you to know that matters to me, because I've been waiting for you to slow down long enough to hear me again. Not the version of me shaped by fear or religion, but the real me, the one who knows every fracture in your heart and loves you still. You see, you've been hearing so many voices lately. Voices of pressure, voices of shame, voices of delay, voices that twist my truth and make you feel like you have to earn my love. But child, I need you to know, you never had to perform for me. You never had to be perfect for me to choose you. You never had to pretend to be okay for me to stay. I saw the real you, and I stayed. I saw the tears you cried when no one else was watching. The strong face you put on so others wouldn't ask questions. The nights you laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, whispering, "God, do you even hear me anymore?" And yes, I heard you. And not only did I hear you, I wept with you, because I know what you've endured. I know what they did. I know the disappointment that sits behind your smile. I know the dreams you buried, because they started to hurt too much to hold. And still, you are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not beyond restoration. Child, please hear me now. This is the moment where everything can shift. Not because your circumstances suddenly change, but because your heart does. Because when your heart turns toward me fully, no more games, no more running, I begin to move with divine precision. I begin to align what you couldn't fix. I begin to breathe on areas that have long been dead, and I begin to accelerate what the enemy tried to delay. Yes, you heard me right. What took years will now happen in days. What was withheld will now be released, not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. You've been fighting battles I never asked you to fight, carrying burdens I died to remove, wrestling with lies you were never meant to agree with. But I'm here now to pull you out of that place, to take you by the hand and say, enough. Come with me. It's time. Because the season you're entering requires a different version of you, not stronger in your flesh, but softer in your spirit, more yielded, more tuned in, more trusting, no longer trying to figure everything out on your own. Do you realize how much time you've spent worrying about things I already settled in heaven? You've been anxious, wondering how it's going to work out, trying to predict the outcomes, pacing in your thoughts. But I was never asking you to figure it all out. I was just waiting for you to trust me completely, not half trust, not if you do it my way, Lord, but true, raw, real trust. The kind of trust that says, even if it looks different than I imagined, I'll follow you. Even if it takes longer, I'll wait for you. Even if I don't understand yet, I'll still obey. Because it's that kind of trust that unlocks heaven. It's that kind of trust that closes demonic doors and opens divine ones. And yes, the enemy has tried to distract you. He's been whispering lies in the background, trying to make you numb, bitter, and disillusioned, trying to convince you that I've left you on your own. But I want to expose his plan right now. He fears what you're about to step into. He's terrified of what you'll become once you fully surrender. So he's been trying to slow you down. Through relationships, addictions, insecurities, confusion. But this message, this moment, it breaks that hold. Because now you know. Now you see it. And now you can renounce it. So say it out loud if you need to. I will no longer partner with delay. I reject every lie that says I'm unworthy. I am chosen, called, and covered by Jesus. Child, listen. There are doors opening for you that you can't yet see. People being prepared to favor you. Opportunities that have your name on them. But they're waiting for your yes. Not a half-hearted yes, but the kind of yes that says, Jesus, take over. All of it. My plans, my timing, my fears, my future. I want what you want from me. Because when you give me that yes, everything changes. Heaven moves, hell trembles, and your destiny begins to accelerate. So pause again. Let these words soak in. You will never be the same. Yes. That word, your yes, just shifted something in the spirit. You may not feel it all yet. You may not see the evidence instantly, but I need you to know, your obedience didn't go unnoticed in heaven when you said yes, when your heart whispered, I want you more than I want control. I moved, not slowly, not someday, immediately. You may think it takes time for me to respond, but when faith speaks, I move in eternal time, where one moment of surrender can collapse years of delay. So hear me again. The delay is over, not because of your striving, but because of your surrender. You've waited long. You've wondered often. You've even doubted whether your promise was ever real. But I was never late. I was preparing the environment around you. And more importantly, I was preparing you. Because what I'm releasing now requires maturity. It requires clarity. It requires obedience that doesn't flinch when things get uncomfortable. And I see that in you now. I see the trust that cost you something. I see the worship that came from your tears. I see the faith that kept moving, even when you felt nothing. And I honor it. Yes, I honor your process. Others may have overlooked your silent obedience, but I never missed it. Not one tear, not one prayer, not one time you said yes when it would have been easier to run. You are not invisible to me. You are not lost in the crowd. You are my beloved, and I've marked you for miracles. That's why the enemy fought you so violently. That's why the delays came so aggressively, because hell recognized your potential long before you did. But today, we shift. Today, we cross over. You're stepping out of survival. You're stepping out of delay. You're stepping into divine release. Because I am the one who restores years. I am the one who makes crooked places straight. I am the one who repays what the locusts devoured. And child, I don't forget what was stolen from you. I saw the relationships that broke you. I saw the promises others didn't keep. I saw the missed opportunities, the betrayal, the moments that made you question your worth. And now I restore. But hear me, this restoration won't come the way you expect. It won't come through the places you've been checking over and over again. It won't come through the people you hoped would change. It won't come through the systems of this world. It will come through me. And it will come through sudden shifts, sudden favor, sudden wisdom, sudden clarity, sudden unlocking of what's been stuck for far too long. And when it happens, you'll know. This wasn't coincidence. This was God. Because you're about to witness what I can do when your heart is fully mine. No more back and forth. No more spiritual fog. No more chasing what doesn't fill you. From this point forward, I'm calling you higher. That means I will also begin to remove things that cannot follow you into your next season. Some connections will fade. Let them. Some habits will break. Release them. Some environments will shift. Trust me in it. Don't hold on to what I'm pruning. What feels like loss is actually liberation. What feels like an end is actually divine protection. Because I know what's ahead. I see the trap the enemy had set for you in the next season. And I'm removing it before you even step into it. So don't cry over what I'm cutting. Celebrate that I love you enough to intervene. You've cried enough over what didn't stay. Now it's time to rejoice over what I'm sending. Because I'm sending resources. I'm sending connections. I'm sending new strength. But more than anything, I'm sending fresh revelation. You will hear me clearer. You will see what I'm doing in real time. You will discern the enemy faster, and you will walk in authority that you've only tasted until now. Because the veil is being lifted, the delay is being broken. The season is changing, right now. But one thing must remain the same. Your yes. Don't let it fade once comfort returns. Don't let it weaken when the pressure lifts. Don't forget the closeness we're building here. Stay near. Because the enemy's next strategy won't be to attack you openly. It will be to distract you quietly, to lure you back into a dull spirit, to numb your discernment with busyness, to make you choose good things over God things. But now you know, now you see, and now you walk in awareness. So I ask you again, not from obligation but from love, will you keep walking with me? Will you stay surrendered when it's inconvenient? Will you stay faithful when the breakthrough comes? Will you protect what I'm giving you? Because this moment was not just about rescue, it was about recommissioning. I'm placing a mantle back on your shoulders, the one you thought was lost, the one life tried to tear off you, the one religion said you disqualified yourself from. I'm restoring it because you said yes. And now we move forward. Look at me now, child. Stay close. Don't let your thoughts drift, because what I'm saying next is sacred. It's personal. It's prophetic. The moment you said yes, the moment you surrendered your will, your timing, your fears, a divine unlocking began, and now I'm releasing what the enemy tried to steal from you. Yes, tried, because he never had the final say. He never had the authority to close the door. He never had the power to cancel what I ordained before time began. He only delayed what he could never destroy. But I've been watching him closely. I've watched how he tried to wear you down. Not all at once, but subtly. Through distractions, through disappointments, through delays that made you question if I was still speaking. But I am, and I'm speaking now to reclaim what was yours all along. That promise, that gift, that vision that once lit your soul on fire but started to feel impossible. I'm breathing on it again. Can you feel that stirring in your spirit? That's not emotion, that's resurrection. Because I never let your purpose die. I hid it. I shielded it until your heart could carry it again without pride, without fear, without compromise. And now you're ready. But before I release the next wave of my glory in your life, I must ask you something painful, something honest. Are you truly willing to let go of everything that doesn't come from me? Not just the obvious sins, but the distractions, the attachments, the things that look good but have no oil? Because what I'm giving you can't coexist with counterfeits. It can't dwell in divided loyalty. You must let go of what I never gave you, so you can receive what the enemy tried to bury. Child, you've cried for restoration, and I heard you. You've begged for breakthrough, and I've already released it. But to walk in it, your hands must be empty enough to receive. So here's what I'm about to do. I'm restoring your peace. I'm restoring your mind. The thoughts that race at night, the heaviness you can't explain. I'm restoring your boldness, the fire to speak what I place in your spirit, unafraid of rejection. I'm restoring your joy, not based on outcomes, but rooted in my presence. But even more than all of this, I'm restoring your authority, because some of you forgot who you are. You started believing you were weak. You started shrinking to fit in places I never assigned you. You started settling for crumbs when I called you to feast at my table. No more. Stand up again. Lift your head again. Speak my name with authority again, because what's coming next requires a version of you that walks in confidence, not confusion. No more tolerating what I called you to cast out. No more explaining away the supernatural. No more apologizing for your anointing. You are mine, marked, chosen, sent. And I didn't pull you through the fire just so you could go back to small living. No, I'm calling you into bold places. And yes, it will require obedience. Yes, it will cost your comfort. Yes, it will stretch you in ways you didn't expect. But it will also reward you beyond what you dared to imagine. You'll see prayers answered in ways that silence every doubter. You'll walk into rooms that you once only dreamed of. You'll break generational cycles that no one in your family had the strength to face. But you will, because I'm with you. And when I walk with you, no opposition can stand for long. So let me make this clear. The enemy should have taken you out when he had the chance. But he missed it. You're still standing. And that means it's harvest time. It means the seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in joy. It means the obedience you gave me in secret is about to be honored in public. It means the shame you carried for too long is about to be replaced with double honor. But do not let this become about you. Don't forget what it was like when you were desperate for me. Don't lose the hunger now that doors are opening. Stay low in your spirit, and I'll keep lifting you high. Because the higher I take you, the more you'll need me. The more I pour into you, the more I'll call you to pour out. And that's the beauty of it, child. You weren't called just to receive miracles. You were called to carry my presence into the places that still feel dry. So don't just ask me to bless you. Ask me to use you. Ask me to make you a vessel of my glory, because this world doesn't need more noise. It needs my voice through you. And that is why I'm restoring you now. Not just to bless your life, but to ignite others through you. So prepare your heart, because the release is not coming. It's already begun. You are walking into fulfilled prophecy. You are stepping into supernatural timing. You are no longer chasing what's meant for you. It's being drawn to your anointing, because this is your moment. And what the enemy tried to steal, I, the Lord your Redeemer, now place back in your hands. Better, stronger, multiplied. My beloved, you don't need to fear what's coming, because I've already walked ahead of you. I've already stepped into the next season, the next battle, the next decision, the next door, and I've cleared the path before you even arrived. What feels unknown to you is already familiar to me. What you're worrying about tomorrow, I've already provided for today. You don't need to beg for my guidance. You just need to trust my presence. I am the one who goes before you, and I am also the one who surrounds you. Child, you are not walking into the dark. You are walking into divine preparation. You prayed for alignment. I gave you obstacles to expose misalignment. You asked for breakthrough. I removed people who were blocking your blessing. You asked for peace. I silenced the noise that was stealing your clarity. And though you didn't understand it at the time, every shift was me, lovingly leading you. Because I don't just open doors, I protect the ones I love from walking through the wrong ones. So trust me now, not with your eyes, but with your spirit. Because what I'm unfolding cannot be seen in the natural yet. It's a move born in heaven, not from human hands. You keep asking me, what should I do next? And I whisper again, follow me. Not a plan, not a person, not a timeline, me. Because when you follow me, truly follow, you'll walk into rooms you never applied for. You'll receive answers you didn't even know you needed. You'll find that I've already gone ahead to make all things ready. You won't have to force it. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to beg for what has already been written with your name on it. I go before you in favor. I go before you in warfare. I go before you in provision. There is nothing you will face that I have not already conquered. Yes, even the hard things, even the waiting, even the betrayal that still stings. I knew about it before it came, and I've already turned it into fuel for your next level. They thought they buried you, but I planted you. And now, what was hidden is about to sprout, visible, undeniable, and appointed by me. So let your soul rest, not because things are perfect, but because I am faithful. Your peace isn't found in how everything lines up. Your peace is found in knowing I've already gone ahead to fight for you. So don't panic when the road curves. Don't fall apart when the plan changes. Don't assume my silence means absence. It means I'm working behind the scenes. And yes, there will be moments when I don't explain, moments when I only say, trust me, moments when the path ahead seems dim, but my light will be enough for the next step. That's all you need, just one obedient step at a time. Because I'm not asking you to figure it all out. I'm asking you to stay with me. I'm not looking for your perfection. I'm looking for your trust. And child, I know that trust has been hard. I saw the seasons where you trusted and still got hurt. I saw how people said they were sent by me, and they weren't. I saw the confusion, the exhaustion, the deep ache of wondering, did I miss it? Number, you didn't miss it. You just needed me more than you needed a map. You needed to know that I was enough, even when nothing else made sense. And now you're here, stripped of performance, weary from striving, but still here. And I call that victory, because you didn't give up. You didn't let go. And that's why I can now bring you into a season you couldn't have entered before. You weren't ready then, not because you were unworthy, but because you were still carrying weights I never asked you to bear. But look at you now, leaning into me, learning how to walk lighter, learning how to wait without whining and move without fear. This is maturity, and I can do so much with a surrendered heart like yours. So I say again, don't fear the future, because I hold it, I authored it, and I've gone ahead of you to make it align with my glory and your good. You don't have to force what I've already favored. You don't have to chase what's been appointed to find you. You only have to walk with me. And as you do, you'll see my fingerprints on every detail. You'll see my timing redeem what was delayed. You'll see my hand opening the exact door at the exact moment that shifts everything. So breathe again, child. The pressure is not on you, it's on me, and I don't fail. Stay near. Stay soft. Stay surrendered. I've gone before you. Now walk with me. I need you to hear me clearly now, because this moment, right now, is sacred. I am tearing down everything that has been standing in your way. Yes, everything. The unseen chains, the silent warfare, the invisible walls you couldn't explain, only feel. You weren't imagining it. You weren't crazy. There was resistance in the spirit. There was a delay that didn't come from me, and I've had enough. The enemy built barriers around your breakthrough. He built strongholds in your mind. He sent confusion to cloud your clarity and exhaustion to drain your faith. But I'm stepping in now. I am the Lion of Judah, and I do not stand back while my children are blocked from their promise. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've wept through nights that felt like they would never end, and heaven has recorded every moment. I did not ignore you. I was watching the whole time. I saw how you kept believing even when nothing changed. I saw how you stayed faithful even while doors stayed shut. I saw how you spoke life even when death whispered in your ear. And because you did not turn away, because you chose me over compromise, now I will fight for you. The enemy didn't expect you to survive. He thought you'd quit when the pressure increased. He thought you'd give up when the delay dragged on. But child, you didn't. And now, I will do what no man can take credit for. I will tear down what has blocked your progress. I will shatter what has tried to silence your voice. I will break open what hell has tried to barricade. Because this isn't just about blessing you. It's about vindicating you. I am proving in full view of the enemy that you were always chosen, that you were always protected, that you were always destined to carry my glory, even through the fire. You see, what blocked you was never stronger than me. It only remained because I was preparing you. And now that preparation is complete, now that your spirit is aligned, I can remove what has stood in your way. So don't be surprised when things start shaking. Don't be alarmed when people exit without warning, when situations fall apart, when what seemed solid suddenly collapses. Because sometimes before I build, I must first demolish. I tear down what was built in pride. I dismantle what was rooted in fear. I destroy every structure that did not begin with me, because I cannot bless what I did not ordain. This is mercy, not punishment. I am not destroying you. I am destroying what has been draining you. I am removing the relationships that were only seasonal. I am clearing the path that got cluttered with compromise. I am silencing the voices that tried to talk you out of what I already promised. Because this is your hour. You are not who you were. You are not operating in survival anymore. You are stepping into strategy. I'm not just giving you access, I'm giving you instructions. I'm showing you how to move, who to speak to, what to say yes to, and what to finally say no to. This time will be different, because this time you're different. You're not chasing people anymore. You're chasing me. You're not proving yourself anymore. You're walking in peace. You're not praying from panic. You're praying from position. And that's what terrifies the enemy. Not your gifts, not your titles, not your platform, but your alignment. Because when you are aligned with me, hell has no entrance. When your yes is pure, demonic plans fall apart. When you walk in identity, you don't need validation. So let me tear it down, child. Let me remove every last thing that's been holding you back. You don't need to mourn what I'm removing. You don't need to cling to what's fading. You asked for freedom. This is what it looks like. I'm making room. Room for clarity. Room for acceleration. Room for divine surprises you didn't even know to pray for. You've been carrying weights I never assigned. Trying to fix things I never asked you to fix. Holding on to assignments I already ended. Release them now. Lay them at my feet. Because you cannot move forward while dragging the past. You cannot step into what's new while nursing old wounds. I am healing you now, deeply, permanently. Not just the surface, not just your behavior, but your root system. I'm reaching into places no one else could reach. I'm removing lies that were planted in childhood. I'm untangling fear that became part of your identity. Because you must be free to run. No more hesitation. No more confusion. No more delay. I am tearing down what blocked you, and I am building up something no storm can shake. This is your turning point. Receive it. Believe it. Walk in it. What blocked you yesterday is broken today, and what once seemed impossible is about to become your testimony. Take a deep breath. Can you feel it? Something is shifting. Something is opening. You are standing at the edge of the very thing I whispered to you in the dark. You are stepping into the season I promised, not because of your perfection, but because of your perseverance. You held on when you had every reason to let go. You trusted me when everything around you said it was over. You kept believing, even when your hands were empty. And now, I am filling those hands with evidence. Yes, the season has changed. The struggle that became familiar is being replaced with joy. The silence that once tormented you is turning into song. The pain that once defined you is now becoming the very soil of your promotion. You cried out, "When will it happen?" You asked me, "Was all of this for nothing?" No, child, it was not for nothing. Every delay, every detour, every tear, it was all preparation. I was not punishing you, I was positioning you. Because what I have prepared requires more than just talent or timing. It requires trust. It requires surrender. It requires you to know me as your source, not people, not performance, not your own plans. And now that your roots are deep enough in me, I can finally reveal what I've hidden just for you. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone will applaud it. But I didn't design it for them. I designed it for you. The season you're walking into will not look like the one you came from, because this is not a repeat. This is a release. Doors will open that no man can shut. People will be drawn to you not because of charm, but because of my glory on your life. Opportunities will appear that no resume could have qualified you for. Why? Because this is divine. You've entered into a place where effort can't explain the outcome, where grace outruns logic, where favor overtakes toil. This is what I meant when I said I would make you the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, blessed in the city and blessed in the field. Yes, you are still in the same world, but you are now moving in a different realm, a realm of authority, a realm of access, a realm of anointing that flows freely because your heart has been purified in the fire. You didn't skip the process. You didn't rush the preparation. And because of that, I am now giving you acceleration. What would have taken years will now happen in months. What once felt delayed will now arrive on time. Not because I changed, but because you did. You are ready now. Not just ready to receive, but ready to carry what I'm placing in your hands. Ready to walk in influence without losing your intimacy with me. Ready to carry power without pride. Ready to rise without forgetting who kept you in the valley. And hear me on this. I did not bring you this far just to let you wander. I am giving you direction. I am showing you where to plant, where to speak, where to stay quiet, and where to run. You will know. You won't have to guess, because I will whisper to your spirit in ways that leave no doubt. This is not the time to shrink back. This is not the time to play small. You've already been hidden. You've already been humbled. Now it is time to be revealed, not for your glory, not for applause, but for impact. There are souls attached to your assignment. There are lives waiting for the sound of your obedience. When you move, chains will break. When you speak, healing will pour out. When you show up, my presence will go before you. So don't hold back. You are not an accident. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are appointed. And you are anointed for this very moment. Yes, it will be different. Yes, it will stretch you. Yes, it will cost you. But the fruit will be eternal. Because you didn't get here by forcing your way. You got here by following me. And that is why no weapon formed against you will prosper. No accusation will stick. No attack will prevail. Because this isn't just your next chapter. It's my fulfillment. I keep every promise. I complete every word I speak. I finish what I start. And I started something in you, beloved. Long before they knew your name, long before the pain tried to define your story, I spoke over you, and I never forgot what I said. Now watch. Watch what I do next. You're not just surviving anymore. You're about to start thriving. This is your season. Now walk in it, my child. We've come to this moment for a reason, not just so I could comfort you, not just to speak peace into your storm, but to awaken you to something greater, something eternal. You see, what you thought was delay was really design. What you thought was being withheld was being woven into something you couldn't yet understand. You thought this was about one answered prayer, one miracle, one breakthrough. but I was building a legacy. Now it's time to rise. I am releasing miracles through your hands, but it starts with obedience in your heart. Speak when I say speak. Move when I say move. Trust me when I ask you to walk on water, even when it looks like you'll sink, because I will not let you fall. You were made for this moment, born for such a time as this, and what I place on your life will not be fragile. The favor I release now cannot be stolen by man. The joy I give cannot be extinguished by circumstance. The authority you walk in cannot be undone by accusation, because I established it. And when I establish something, it endures. So stay close to me. Keep your eyes fixed, not on applause, not on results, not on fears, but on my face. Let my voice be your compass. Let my presence be your home. There will be moments when you'll want to shrink again. Moments when the enemy will whisper, "Who do you think you are?" In those moments, remember this: you are mine. You are not the abandoned. You are not the forgotten. You are not the disqualified. You are the redeemed. You are the called. You are the beloved of heaven, and no lie can rewrite what I've already sealed. So step out in boldness, love with wild compassion, live with divine purpose, because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs the pure sound of those who walk with me. That's you. You are my vessel. You are my voice in the earth. You are my hands extended to a world that is starving for light. So go, heal what's broken, speak what's true, carry the weight of glory I've placed upon you. And remember, this message, the one that found you when you needed it most, it was not random. It was not an accident. I sent it. I knew exactly when you would open it. I knew the battles you'd just been through. I knew the doubts swirling in your heart. And I came to answer them all. You are seen. You are known. You are safe in me. Now, let the world see what happens when I raise someone up for my glory. Let them witness the miracle, because your life is the message. And this is only the beginning. Now, like, comment, and subscribe, so I can keep sending you the messages that are only for you and continue blessing you in ways you don't yet see.